Hey, welcome back to lesson 5 on the Keepa product finder tool. So let's imagine that you're sourcing and you find a brand that you haven't seen before. You dig a little deeper and you find 2 or 3 more products from that same brand. What else could be out there? So we're going to use this tool to see all of the products that are sold by a certain brand. We can also, apply certain criteria to avoid products that are either sold by Amazon or have a low offer count, which could be private label products. And the last use case is we can see products that are being sold by one seller, 2 sellers, or more than 2 sellers, a group of sellers. So let's go ahead into Keepa now. Um, the way you get there is by going to Data, Product Finder here, and then this screen should pop up. And if you just scroll through here, there's a lot of filters to go through. The good thing is most of them don't really matter, so we can just kind of avoid a lot of them. You'll also notice that there's a few other tools up here on this top bar, like Product Viewer, Bestsellers, Top Seller List. Most of these are not that useful, at least compared to the Product Finder tool. I have used Category Tree, and I'll show you what the use cases is for that later on. So let's go ahead into the filters here. And also, you might not have this tool depending on your quota, because you have to have, I think it's premium access to have a full quota all the time, or else you're going to be, just trying to use what little you have. Anyways, let's jump into it. The first thing we have here is the sales rank and price types. So this sales rank is going to let us filter from and to. So basically, from is our minimum value, like a sales rank of, let's say, 55, right? And going all the way to 100,000. All right. We can also say, make it the lowest it's ever been, but we don't have to do that. And most of these follow the same kind of pattern. We have current, 30 days average, 90 days average, and so forth, right? So we're going to also want to apply a filter to the buy box. And these filters will always be changing, right? Depending on what your client is looking for, these filters could be totally different for you. For me, I would like to put a price of, let's say $30 to $9.99. So I like to go for the more expensive items. And for Amazon, let's leave this blank. I'll show you why later. New offer doesn't matter to us that much. We want the buy box. Third-party FBA doesn't matter too much. Let's just scroll down. We see there's some used offer stuff. We don't care about used. Keep going, keep going. You see how long this is? Okay, now we have title, brand, and more, right? So we can choose a category if we want. I'll choose appliances. And then it's going to ask, do you want to have a subcategory? So it's like a smaller category within appliances. And you might not really know the subcategories off the top of your head. I mean, who does? So I like to use the category tree tool up here in a separate tab, and I'll just go in. I'll go to automotive. You can see categories here, and there's a bunch of categories we can choose from. These go even deeper, right? So when it says 8, that means there's 8 subcategories for that subcategory. Pretty crazy, right? So I'm going to just choose replacement parts and type that in. Appliances. I meant to choose automotive. Automotive. Now let's go to replacement. Cool. So we can choose more than one replacement part. You'll also notice that this number will get lower and lower for each filter that you narrow down with. And then this is the next most important thing is if you want to search a certain brand, you're going to come over here and you're going to say, is one of or is none of. Is none of means it's not contained in this brand, and is one of means it is. So I'm going to say, I want to search Ford. Okay, I want to search General Motors. And I want to search, let's say, Volkswagen. See if that comes up. Yeah, cool. So we have a few brands picked out. Everything else, I've never used any of these other filters. They're just not very useful. So I just go for the brand and then I scroll down. Now we get to offer count stuff, right? So offer count is important because most private label items, which we're trying to avoid, most private label items are sold by either one or maybe even two sellers. So if I want to avoid all of those items, well, at least try to, I can put a minimum value. So from 2 to, let's say, 99 offers. I can just leave this blank as well. So I want to say there's at least 2 offers. Let's change this to 3 for better results. Okay, so I don't care about these 30-day, 90-day kind of things. I just kind of care about this. Used offer count, I could care less. Refine your search even more. Okay, so this section allows us to restrict our search to a specific buy box seller, which is kind of weird because it's only restricting to people who are in the buy box right now. If you wanted to restrict to a certain seller, you'd probably want to use this box down here, which is seller, and you can type in a seller ID right here. And what else? So when I get down here, you'll see that the availability of the Amazon offer, and all of these are ticked. So the one I want to keep ticked is that no Amazon offer exists, okay? All these other ones kind of say that Amazon is in stock, or they're at least on the listing somehow. This one says they're not on the listing right now, so I want to choose that one, keep that one selected. Then we get into kind of more kind of unimportant things. I guess one important thing is the weight of the package. If you want to just only focus on really small items, you could change this weight or the package dimensions or the item dimensions rather. So package, I'll just do the weight maxed at 50 because that's kind of too heavy past that. Yeah, okay. Let's see, what else? None of this really matters here. So I think we're good to go ahead and search. I do want to show you really quick how to pull this seller ID. I want to pause and come right back. So I'm on this random seller's ID I just found, this seller's page, and you'll see in this link right here, there's like, it says seller equals A15L, and it goes to this and. So I'm going to just go in and select everything left of the and before the equal sign. And that's how we can pull a seller ID and go back into our product finder and just copy and paste that. And we can add multiple if we want to. But for this search, I'm going to leave that blank. I also usually deselect digital product. That usually is for like audio books or not physical things. And what else? Anything else? No, I think that's good. Let's go ahead. About to go ahead and search down here, but I realized that we have no products in here. So what's the problem? Well, the problem is that we have too many filters and we have to remove some. So it could be that the offer count, when it's 3, it kind of removes some products. And okay, it removes 1 product. So that's not a big deal. Let's go ahead and remove these brands. And now we'll just be searching replacement parts. And these are replacement parts that have a sales rank below 100,000 and above 30 bucks. So let's go ahead and search and see what we find. We have this list of about 62 products, and it's showing us a bunch of different stuff here. So my job now is going to be I'll probably sort by the most expensive items first, just my preference. And let's see what they have. Okay, so this offer count is 5, buy box is 104. I could go ahead and just start opening these up in a new tab and just trying to look up to see if we can find them for a cheaper price somewhere. So let's go ahead and open up a few of these. The best way is not to click this because it opens up this Keepa chart. The best way is to click this and that opens in a new tab. So what I usually do is I open a few of them at once to save time. I keep going back to this tab. Let's open a couple more FBA offers like this one and like this. So now we've got about 5 or 4 of these products opened up that we just found with our search. And now we just go ahead and look them up on Google and see if we can find any matches.